Have you ever opened Instagram, seen someone traveling, buying a new car, getting married, getting promoted, or simply looking happy, and suddenly felt, why isn't my life like that? Nothing was wrong with your day until you saw someone else's. And that's the strange thing about comparison. You can be completely satisfied and then see someone else's life and suddenly feel like you're behind. But why does this happen? Because the human brain naturally compares. We don't always judge ourselves by looking at ourselves alone. We look sideways. We look at other people and use them as reference points. Psychologists call this social comparison, and it isn't always bad. Comparison can teach us. If someone is doing something well, we can learn from them. If someone has achieved something, we can use it as motivation. The problem begins when comparison stops being information and becomes a measurement of your worth. You see someone else's success and turn it into evidence that you're failing. You see someone's relationship and think yours isn't good enough. You see someone's body and suddenly dislike your own. You see someone's career and wonder why you're still where you are. But there's one major problem. You're comparing your real life to someone else's highlights. Think about social media. You see the vacation. You don't see the stressful months that paid for it. You see the promotion. You don't see the years of work that came before it. You see the happy couple. You don't see their arguments, their problems, or the difficult moments they don't post. You see the result, but rarely see the full story. And then you compare their best moments with your ordinary Tuesday. That's an unfair comparison. Imagine watching a movie and judging your entire life against the best 5 minutes of someone else's movie. You would always feel behind. Another problem with comparison is that we often compare different starting points. Two people can work equally hard and still get completely different results. One person may have more money, another may have better connections, someone may have started earlier, someone may have had more support. Someone may simply have been lucky. That doesn't mean you shouldn't work hard. It means results are not always a perfect measurement of effort or worth. And here's where comparison can become dangerous. You stop asking, do I actually want this? And start asking, do I have more or less than them? Maybe you never wanted a luxury car, but someone you know buys one, and suddenly you want one. Maybe you were happy being single until everyone around you started getting married. Maybe you were comfortable with your career until a friend received a promotion. You aren't necessarily chasing your own goals anymore. You're chasing evidence that you're not falling behind. And that's exhausting. Because there will always be someone ahead of you. Someone richer, someone younger, someone more attractive, someone more successful, someone more popular. If your happiness depends on being ahead, you will never feel safe. The moment you reach one level, you'll find someone at the next level. So instead of asking, am I ahead of them? Ask, am I moving in the direction I actually want? That's a much healthier question. Because your life isn't a race against everyone else. You don't have the same starting point. You don't have the same circumstances. And you don't have the same definition of success. Maybe success for you is financial freedom. Maybe it's time with family. Maybe it's a peaceful life. Maybe it's building a business. Maybe it's traveling. Maybe it's simply having less stress. There is no universal scoreboard. And sometimes you don't actually want the life you're jealous of. You only want the feeling you think that life represents. You don't necessarily want their car. You might want freedom. You don't necessarily want their relationship. You might want connection. You don't necessarily want their career. You might want recognition. This is an important distinction. When you feel jealous, ask yourself, what does this person have that I actually want? Then ask, is there another way for me to create that in my own life? Now here's something else you should remember. You are also someone's comparison. There is probably someone looking at your life and thinking, why don't I have what they have? You may not realize it. You might think your life is ordinary, while someone else sees something in your life that they desperately want. Maybe it's your freedom, your family, your job, your personality, your opportunities, your relationships,